Very warm welcome to all of you. It's time for the third and the final T20 international between India and South Africa. The good news for the Indian team is that the series is done and dusted. They've already won the series. They won it 2-0. But today, can they just improve on their bowling, which has been struggling for a little while now? And also, there are some changes in the squad. So there is the much needed game time for someone like a Rishabh Pant, for Dinesh Karthik, and also some new faces when it comes to their bowling. We'll get you all the details of that. Let's first begin with the toss, and India have won the toss and they have opted to field first. That's right. Rohit Sharma at the toss said that that's something he wanted to do. This is a ground with small boundaries, 63 meters. On one side and around 60 on the other, so smaller boundaries. India have won the toss and they have chosen to field first at the toss. Rohit Sharma saying that the pitch won't change a lot, so nice to know what the target is in front of us. The reason for going in to field first. There are three changes for the Indian playing 11 from the last game. Virat Kohli and KL Rahul, they've been rested from this T20 international. In fact, both of them flew out of Thiruvananthapuram straight to Mumbai to be with their families, whereas Arshdeep misses out today due to some issues with his back. Rohit Sharma clarifying at the toss that it is nothing serious, because you remember that Jasprit Bumrah has already been ruled out of the T20 World Cup, and India's death bowling depends completely on Arshdeep Singh, and he is out of this. He's being rested for this T20 international. It is a precautionary measure, as Rohit Sharma said at the toss. He's saying it's nothing serious. In place of Virat Kohli, KL Rahul and Arshdeep Singh, they've gone in with one batter and two bowlers. So Shreyas Iyer has come in and likely to come in at number 3 in place of Virat Kohli. And in all likelihood, Rishabh Pant will open the innings with captain Rohit Sharma. And then there is Umesh Yadav, who's been brought in, and Mohammad Siraj. This is an audition now for the bowlers. Who is going to replace Jasprit Bumrah? That is the big question. Is it going to be Deepak Chahar? Is it going to be Umesh Yadav? Is it going to be Mohammad Siraj? Or is it going to be Mohammad Shami? So for Umesh Yadav and Mohammad Siraj, this is now an audition of sorts. And, of course, the selectors and the team management will keep an eye on these bowlers. So it's a big decision that they need to make. And today is one of those opportunities where the selectors and team management can see how these bowlers are, whether they are match fit, whether they are bowling well, who does well in the death overs, because India need to improve their death bowling from here on. Bhuvneshwar Kumar has gone for runs. Harshal Patel, returning from injury, has gone for runs. Jasprit Bumrah, in fact, before he was injured again, he went for runs. Along with Deepak Chahar, now at least has done well in the last couple of games, the last couple of opportunities that he has got. But again, he is your power play specialist. So who's going to bowl in the death overs? Even Arshdeep Singh in the last game went for too many runs. He went for, I think, 62 runs. That's right, for 2 wickets, and gave away 26 runs in the 19th over. India had to get Akshar Patel to bowl the 20th over, and he went for 20 runs. So death bowling is a concern for this Indian team, and today is the last opportunity in a way to play a T20 international for this team to figure out what they can do with their death bowling. Just fine-tune some of the things that are concerning them. They will be playing 3 practice games before the T20 World Cup, but this is the last T20 international that India plays. For South Africa, Temba Bavuma at the toss has said that he really didn't know what he wanted to do, and that has really been that is reflected really in their performance. Temba Bavuma has got 2 ducks in the series, and in fact has come under a lot of criticism for for keeping his place here in this squad, given that there is Reza Hendricks, who's sitting out, who is really in form, has done well in England. He scored 4 50s out of the last five innings that he has played. But Quinton de Kock, he would be happy with runs that he got in the last game. He said it was a slow start, but would build on that confidence. Riley Russo, again, has struggled. 2 ducks in the series. Aiden Markram's got going, but hasn't been able to score big runs. David Miller, my goodness, how brilliant was he with his 100 in the last game? Can he repeat that? They would want to, because this is the first time that South Africa have lost a T20I series in India, and they are playing for pride. I think going into the World Cup for South Africa as well, they would want a win here in the last T20 International. Tristan Stubbs, Wayne Parnell, even their bowling, like India, have struggled. They've struggled to find the right lengths, and we saw that even in the last game that they played, went for 78 runs, and Wayne Parnell struggled. I think all their pacers went for over 12 and over. So South Africa have struggled, except for Keshav Maharaj, who bowled well in the last game. How will it be this time? Now, Indore is a belter of a wicket. You can expect a lot of runs being scored here. Also, it's one of the smaller grounds in the country, so you know you can expect good scores, big score. It could be a high scoring encounter, and South Africa would want to do that in their last T20 International. For India, like I said, the batting is coming together. Now, the question will also be around why Virat Kohli and KL Rahul, when they finally hit form, when everything is coming together for India's batting, why is it that they are being rested? Ashok Malhotra, former Indian cricketer and selector, we spoke to him just a while back. So listen into what he had to say. We asked him the first question as to what he thinks of both KL Rahul and Virat Kohli being rested. How does he look at it? Take a look at what he had to say.
I think I understand we have won the series 2-0. I understand you want to try others, but Shreyas Iyer is not your stream of things. So if Virat Kohli is getting back into form, why don't you, or KL Rahul is getting back into form, then why don't you let them continue? You know, once you are in form, then runs will flow. Once you get out of form or get out of the game, then again there'll be a problem. So I really don't know why we have to keep trying when we are so close to the World Cup. So the guys who are in form, you should let them continue. Like scoring runs is a habit. Once you are in form, you should make it count.
So also, I remember Sunny Gavaskar always says that if you're in good form, don't stop. Just keep playing. Don't rest. Continue playing. You want to play as much as you can when you're in top form. But today's cricketers like to give themselves a little break. We've seen what Virat Kohli had done earlier as well, and he feels that he has come back refreshed because of that break. Do you agree that they should have taken a break?
I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. And I don't understand the psyche of the management. When your team is doing well, when you're winning, why don't you continue with the winning combination? I understand now there's no need to try anybody because you're already kind of announced the team. Shreyas Iyer is not part of the team. If he plays, if he scores runs, does it serve any purpose? No. On the other side, KL Rahul is getting back into his rhythm. He's got back-to-back 250s. Same with Virat Kohli, he's getting back into rhythm. So why don't you continue? Because in-form batsman is always useful. As it is, it's the last game before the World Cup, and then there are 2 practice matches. So when they are in form, why don't you continue with them? There's no need to chop and change when team is doing well. And especially when your batters who have been out of form are getting back into form.
So also South Africa playing for pride, not a lot has worked for them. Their bowling has struggled, batting hasn't come good, and it's the captain who's a big problem. You've spoken about it time and again, but how will South Africa be approaching this game?
See, South Africa has to decide whether they want to play Bavuma or not. Because can they win with Bavuma in the side? Because he is a kind of a guy who checks the flow of runs, who checks their batting and their style of batting. So I think that is very crucial for them. If Bavuma score runs, then maybe it will give him the belief, because not only he's the opening batsman, he's the skipper of the side. And you only captain well if you play well. But as of now, if I would be Bavuma, I don't know how I'll be looking into the eyes of my fellow cricketers. So it is a do or die for South Africa. It's an opportunity for them to before the World Cup. And as far as India is concerned, India will have to check their bowling, which is struggling very, very badly without Bumrah. Because even if 238 runs are not good enough, then the captain and the management must be thinking how many are good enough, how many runs we scored that we are sure of winning the game. Batting has come good in the last game, but bowling is still very, very suspect. And you have to find some solution to your bowling.
Talking about solution for this Indian bowling, sir. Now, like you said, Jasprit Bumrah is out, which is a huge blow for India. We know what Jasprit Bumrah can do for this Indian team. But the question now is, who is going to replace him? Because the likely replacements are also not death over specialists. So what does India do? They find themselves in a very difficult position.
I think for India it is a very tough thing, because without Bumrah we have the side. Believe you me, we are walking on one leg, if I may say, or one hand tied behind our back. Arshdeep, okay, he went for a few runs in the last game, but we can't expect Arshdeep to do wonders. He's just a new guy, young guy. Harshal Patel, yes, we would like him to perform because he's been given a lot of belief, a lot of confidence, but I have my doubts over him because in Australian wicket, when you pitch short, the way he has been doing that, then you're sitting up to be hit, and they're good players of short bowling. So that is going to be a problem for Harshal Patel. So I don't know whether problem is, be it Bhuvneshwar Kumar, be it Deepak Chahar, be it Mohammad Shami, they all are power play bowlers. They are not a slog over bowlers. And if you have a Akshar Patel to bowl the 20th over, then you are asking for trouble. He's a good bowler when he bowls in the middle overs. He's not a slog over bowler. So that is a cause of concern. 2 overs, I'll still go with Arshdeep. Who will going to bowl the other 2 overs? That is a $1 million question.
All right, that was Ashok Malhotra who had spoken to us just a while back. He hadn't heard of Arshdeep Singh's injury. But yes, Arshdeep Singh, don't know the extent of what seems to have happened with Arshdeep Singh, but Rohit Sharma at the toss saying that it's a precautionary measure. He's telling all the fans not to panic just yet. Remember, Jasprit Bumrah has been ruled out of the T20 World Cup. So India's death overs bowling hopes lie in the hands of Arshdeep Singh. He has been the best bowler for India in the death overs, but today is not playing because of a back issue. There are no details on that, but let's just take a look at, if you're just joining us now, let's just take a look at India's squad, India's playing 11 rather, for this match in Indore at the Holkar Stadium. And you look at that, Virat Kohli and KL Rahul are out. They've been rested. There's Rishabh Pant, Shreyas Iyer, Surya Kumar Yadav, Akshar Patel, Dinesh Karthik, Mohammad Siraj, Harshal Patel, Ravichandran Ashwin, Deepak Chahar and Umesh Yadav. So India have decided to give Dinesh Karthik some time. Rishabh Pant in all likelihood is going to open with Rohit Sharma, and then Shreyas Iyer at number 3, Surya Kumar Yadav. Dinesh Karthik will come above Akshar Patel, maybe because Rohit Sharma said after the Australia series that he wanted Rishabh Pant and Dinesh Karthik to get some time in the middle. Dinesh Karthik, I think in all the matches that he's played, except the last one where he did get to spend some time in the middle in the last game, he really hadn't got that match time, much needed match time. Then there is Mohammad Siraj and Harshal Patel, Deepak Chahar and Umesh Yadav. So 4 fast bowlers for them, and have gone in with Ravichandran Ashwin and Akshar Patel as their spin options. So you're looking at now India trying everything when it comes to their bowling. They are sorted when it comes to their batting. The batting is looking good, but it's the bowling that has struggled, and that's what they want to just fine-tune India's bowling. Now, having said that, what can one expect from today's game? India will be fielding first, and India would want to get off to a good start. They want quick wickets, quick early wickets, and South Africa's problem has been their top order. Quinton de Kock, who scored 60 odd runs in the last game, carried the bat through. is a very experienced player, and South Africa wanted him to hit form, and he has got runs, which would give him a lot of confidence. But captain Temba Bavuma, he's been struggling, 2 ducks in the series, and now the criticism's just growing. Everybody's saying, why is he in the side, leave alone captaining the side, when he's not being able to score runs. Riley Russo also has failed in this series, and you've only got runs from David Miller, who scored a brilliant 100 in the last game, and Keshav Maharaj had top scored in the game before that. So South Africa also not quite sure of their batting combination. When it comes to their bowling, it's been a problem of plenty. They have enough firepower in their bowling department, but the bowlers have struggled to adjust to the Indian conditions, the Indian line and lengths that they need to bowl. But South Africa will look to change that today. They want a win here, and especially would want runs from Temba Bavuma, because going into the World Cup, and I don't know how they will be approaching this whole issue with captain being Temba Bavuma and him not scoring runs. For India, let's also talk a little bit about the bowling. Deepak Chahar has been impressive, and that's why team management will be wondering whether they want to go in for Deepak Chahar as the replacement for Jasprit Bumrah, or will they want Mohammad Shami? Remember, Mohammad Shami is still not fit. He's recovered from COVID, but he will have to undergo a fitness test, a mandatory fitness test by the BCCI, for the BCCI to see whether he's recovered completely and whether he's fit enough, and then they will look at finding the replacement for Jasprit Bumrah. But there is also Umesh Yadav and Mohammad Siraj. There are also talks of Umran Malik going to Australia with Chetan Sakaria as the net bowlers. What are India looking to do? What will they think of? We still don't know, but these are the choices that they have. With that, we'd like to wrap this up. India have won the toss and they've opted to field first in Indore. 3 changes. KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma are sitting out of this one. Shreyas Iyer comes in along with Umesh Yadav and Mohammad Siraj. And like Yuzvendra Chahal again has been sitting out for a while. Ravichandran Ashwin has been given all 3 games and have been impressive. The other change for them is Arshdeep Singh, which is a huge thing, news, and I hope it's good news from here on. He is sitting out of this match because of a precautionary measure. They think he's got a back issue, which they think will be fine, but they're just resting him for this game. That's it then from us. Goodbye. Thanks for watching News 9 Sports, of course. Do subscribe to that. Bye.